Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Work It Wednesday and we are going to be working on the Tales from the Witch's Cottage by Hanna Karlzon. We started the Little Witch last week, or not last week, on Monday, and we will be continuing with her as well as her little companion. I apologize, the previous live stream for today's live stream did not actually go through properly on my end. It was showing that I was running live on your guys' end, but not on mine. So I had no idea what was going on. So that is why there is a second one. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to come in and hang out and join up. Ooh, thunderstorms. Yuck. Thunderstorms on the creek. Stay off the creek. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Brooke. Hello, Yana. Hello, Jordan. Hello, everyone out there that is lurking. I am going to take just a moment here and get my brain cleared because I'm sort of still in a little bit of panic mode. So just give me a moment. I will be right with y'all. Just hang out, take a look at the pretty picture. Talk to Nightbot. Hello, Nightbot. As Nightbot is showing you, the Patreons are live on patreon.com. Just look for My Coloring Corner with Renee. Join up and hang out with us on Patreon or Discord. There's lots of cool new things going on around here and there. So join us for those. Hopefully everybody can hear me just fine, and if you can't hear me, let me know. Hopefully you can see me and hear me and all that fun stuff. So hello everyone. All right, so I'm going to take a quick breather and I will be right back. Keep an eye on the witchy witch, she might move. Let me know if you can't hear me at all. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, Dawn. Thank you. I'm not as sniffly today. If I start sneezing, I might end up being sniffly. So hopefully I won't start sneezing. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I shall be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Kind of went into panic mode and missed a whole bunch of things. So I needed to grab some paper towel and make sure I had everything on my desk that I normally make sure while doing the intermission. But the joys, the joys. So hello everyone. Again, we're working with Inktense and Derwent Graphitin, that's the word. On this picture, we're going to start with her hair today. I'm going to switch you over to the close-up camera and pray that it goes. There we go. So we're going to work on her hair, and we're going to start. Hello, Ronnie. A pocket-sized book. Nice. So we're going to start with apple green. We're going to color her hair green. I want it to be a nice, bright color. And, yeah, I thought about doing it pink, but, that's just too much pink. Nice, Lulu Mayo. So, today is the day where we will be finishing off the event in our Facebook group. So we will be doing that judging today, and a new event is going to be coming out, and that one should be a lot of fun. If you're in the Facebook group, please participate. Yeah, vacationing in the snow in California. That tells you how strange our weather has become. You can come up here to Oregon. It's not snowing up here. It's actually sunny and warm. It's weird. Ah, awesome. Well, welcome, and of course, it's always great to see you. I haven't seen you in Discord in a while. Discord has been quite quiet lately. I hang out in there, and very few people come hang out with me, but that's okay. I know life has got a lot of people doing other things, and that's fine. I just turn the music on and color. Hello, Della! How are you doing down there in California? Are you under the snow too? I've missed you. I finished the quilling project. Well, come on up. I'll make room. I don't take up the whole state, so. I have a Facebook group called My Coloring Corner with Renee. It isn't listed below this video, but I will list it after the stream because I had to restart the stream, so all of my listings are not there. Hello, Marcy. Awesome. Well, if I ever get this idea of mine off the ground, you might have reason to come visit us soon. All right. I just have to do some legwork. All right, so we've got the apple green down for her hair. Oy. More snow. More snow. All right, so I'm going to activate this, and then I'm going to add the graphitint on top of it for our shadow areas. Now in this book, I have found that the alcohol marker works better. It doesn't pill the page. I was using the Tombow blender brush, but it was pilling up the paper, so I don't like that. So I have switched over to just a regular alcohol marker blender pen to activate the Inktense. Water and the water base markers I found was making a mess of my paper. I don't like it. Don't like it when my paper gets all messed up. Just trying to stay in the lines. Keep the Inktense in the lines. Ah, awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you were able to find it. All right, now we're going to go into the Graphitint, and we're going to use Meadow, which is number 10. I'm going to make sure this is dry. You're fine. Actually, the next time you see me in there, stop in. I've got to walk you through something because I've got something to talk to you about with Patreon. So that darn Patreon, the best. I just noticed it this morning. Yeah, I tried to do her hat with the water-based marker, the Tombow, and it just made a mess of my paper. So I didn't like it. So we're just going to color these under areas with the darker green. Concentration. Sorry, guys. Trying to make sure I get all of the spots and not overtake the apple green, because I like the apple green. I want it to be nice and bright. All right. There we go, I think. Let's get a little bit under here in the shadow areas there. And in here. And then we will. Hello, Alex. Welcome, welcome. So I'm going to activate the Graphitint. Now the Graphitint is not an Inktense. It does reactivate. That's why I put it down after I put down the Inktense, because with the Inktense I can put it down and then put another color over top of it and not reactivate that Inktense, as long as I make sure that I activate the entire everything in the Inktense. But with the Graphitint, if I put it down first and then went over it with the Inktense, I could end up making a muddy mess because the Graphitint will reactivate. Oh, there's the Choo Choo. Mr. Choo Choo's heading your way. It's just a little one. Trying not to go over the lines. I'm not too worried about it if I do, but I'm really trying not to. Like so. That is a mouthful. Hello, Amy. All right, so we've got her hair done. She's all done except for a couple of little things that I'm going to do with gel pen. So I'm going to start on the moon on her side here. So let's grab some yellows. So let's start with 210, which is cadmium yellow. And I need my... That is a mouthful of a name for a book. Thank you, Amy. All right, so we're going to start on the moon. I'm going to zoom you out just a little bit here so that we can see the whole. Oh, that's zoomed out as far as it's going to go. Okay, so that's not going to work. So I'm just going to move it around. Sorry if I'm making you sick. All right, so I'm going to color the edge parts here with the cadmium yellow. How is your trip going, Amy? Or are you back now? Now we're just going to come down here behind her hat. Oh, that's cute. Nice. I am so glad that you were able to go and have a good time. I'm behaving myself, not buying anything. All right, so that is the cadmium yellow. Now we're going to add number 200, which is sun yellow. And I'm not worried about blending them together because once I go over them with the the marker to activate the ink, it will blend them together. I do have a page behind the book so that if there is any kind of bleed through or any kind of activation of the ink in the book itself, it's not going to bleed through to the opposing page. I'm not overly fond of the picture on the back side of this page, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, it's always back to reality, isn't it? That's always the ending result of anything fun is at some point we got to get back to reality. Glad you had a good time, though. Oh, wow. You know it's bad when it's raining those things. I don't mind when raccoons come to visit, but I don't think I'd want to see it raining them. Just saying. So just filling in all of the space here. Left open a couple of spaces there because now we're going to go in with the sherbet lemon. And we're going to just fill in the center area here. So this is number 100 for anybody following along. Now, if you don't have the full set and you're working with a smaller set, you can definitely use your yellow and just build up the color with your different levels of yellow. Hold on. I do apologize. For some reason, choked on my own spit and then started to sneeze. So now I'm going to be sniffly again. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so now we've got all of the yellows on the moon. We're going to start by activating from the inside out. Yeah, it doesn't sound good to be raining those kinds of creatures. So we're going to start here on the inside and work our way out to that dark yellow. It looks like some of the ink from the page behind is coming through the yellow here, but it will dry and you won't see that at all. That is true. That is true. I would be right there with you. It's very disturbing to me to have the ink from the page behind it to be showing through. So if I am hesitant, that's why, because it's really disturbing me. I know as it dries, it will go away, but oh, I got some of that purple on there. You gotta be careful and make sure that you activate everything, or you end up with streaks of color that you didn't activate when you touch something else. Hello, Pamela. Welcome, welcome. And then we're going to let that dry. And then we'll go in with our shadow color. Because she is sitting on the moon, she's going to cast a shadow on the moon. So we will be adding a shadow color. And I think we're going to add just a touch of ivy for our shadow color. I think there's not really a good, well, sage might work too. Let's add a bit of sage instead. Oh, I am sorry that you're not feeling good. Other than sneezing and choking on my own saliva, I'm feeling much better. If that helps any. So I'm going to just put in a small amount of this, and then if I find that it's not yellow enough, I'll take some more of the yellow and blend that into it. Like so. We're going to do the same thing for the hat. And a little bit for her hair here. Like that. Yeah, I was starting to get worried about not feeling good because I was not feeling good at all. Doing much better now. So we're just activating that graphitint and spreading it into the yellow. And just putting a bit of a shadow on the moon. Like so. And I'm just blending it into that yellow, making sure that I have all that yellow activated. Like so. Aw, you are fine. And it started a little weird because I started it and then had to stop it because for some reason my software decided that it was going to start for you guys but not for me. So I had to start and stop it. So it was a little weird on the beginning of the stream. So, but for her hair, because I know you're coloring along, for her hair I used apple green, which is number 1400, and then I used meadow from the graphitint. So it's apple and meadow for her hair. The moon is different yellows with sage as our shadow. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of the sun yellow, which is 200. And I'm just going to tone down the sage a little bit. So I'm just going over the sage that we used for the shadows with some sun yellow. You are welcome. Just going to make sure I get around all of the stars here. The visual of the page behind it is really disturbing me. Okay, there we go. That's better. Hello, Danielle. This is the Tales from the Witch's Cottage. Is what book this is. All right, so now we're going to do the clouds here. So let's start with 2400, which is actually let's do 2120, which is natural or neutral gray. And we're not going to use a lot of it. Just around the edges. In certain areas. Like so. Yes, it's absolutely best to drive safe. I'm glad that hubby's driving. Yeah. But yes, it's Tales from the Witch's Cottage. I started this picture on Monday. So I'm just going through all of the different levels of the cloud with the neutral gray. Like so. Ah. Yeah, I like the marker holder that Bob prints me. It's awesome. All right, so there's the upper clouds started. Now I'm going to take the marker and I'm going to activate the gray. Get that all activated. Nice. Yep, I might get one next year. I don't know. Like I said, I'm doing very good with my no-buy. I have not bought anything this year. for myself in the art supplies department. All right, I'm going to go up into this cloud here. I even canceled some pre-order books, so I had a couple of books on pre-order that I canceled because I don't need any more books. I'm not either, but then I look at all of the things that I have behind me in the corner and I go, okay, if I buy something else, where am I going to put it? So what am I going to have to get rid of? And then I have to go, I don't want to get rid of anything, and then that pretty much puts the damper on buying anything. So until I can get into a bigger space, that's how I'm going to look at it, of where am I going to put this? If I buy this, where am I going to put it? And if I don't have anywhere to put it, then I'm not going to buy it. Pencils are easy enough, but to find places for, I should say. But I have been very good with not buying any more pencils either. Wow, that's a lot of digitals. All right, now we're going to take our white. So this is antique white, which is 2300. And I'm going to start on an area that's dry. Actually, I'm going to wait for that. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to go down and I'm going to do this cloud down here. Because the paper is holding on to that alcohol a little bit longer today for some reason. I think it's because it's a little bit cooler in the house than it was on Monday. All right. So again, this is number 2120. If you can, of course, use any dark gray that you have if you don't have the full set. There's also some graphite grays that you can use as well. Just remember that if you're going to use a graphite gray, put down your top color, your base color first, which will be your white, in your Inktense, and then put the gray over top of it. And if you find the gray is too dark, take your Inktense white and go over it again, which will dull down that gray a little bit. All right. Just making sure I have all of the areas that I want grayed. Nice. Oh, neat. Okay. Yeah, it sometimes, sometimes when you get frustrated with something that you're doing projects with. You know, sometimes you just need another piece of that project. Machines. I don't do a lot with machines, so. Once I've activated this, if you guys want to, I can show you what I did with the quilling project that Celine and I finished yesterday in the tips Try It Tuesday. Keep on wanting to call it tips and tricks, but it's now called Try It Tuesday. If you want, I can show you. I used the shave cream marble paper that I made on one of the Try It Tuesday videos as a backing. And I cut out the quilling mandala and I put it on that paper and made it look really cool. Well, I think anyway. Yes, Inktense will work on shoes. Inktense does work actually quite well on fabric. All right. So if you all want to see that, I can show it to you. It is around here somewhere. I think it's up there. Yes, the Inktense works very nicely on fabric. A lot of people use it on fabric. Nice. Absolutely. If it's stealing your joy, you got to do something to make the joy come back. So I'm going to switch back over to the main camera here. If you remember, I did a Try It Tuesday where I created the marble paper using food coloring and shave cream. And that's what I put the mandala on. So I did finish the mandala, made it all pretty and sparkly. I'll turn on the light, blind y'all, and you can see the sparkle. Nice, Marcy, that's awesome. And welcome back, Dawn. So there we have it. A quilled mandala that I finished yesterday. It's all glued in place and sealed. And the paper still smells like shave cream, which is awesome. No, it doesn't wash away, Danielle. The Inktense becomes permanent after it's been activated. So once it's fully activated, it will not wash away. Once it's activated and dried, it stays there forever. All right, so there we have it. I did some quilling and some embellishing. Yes, on fabric, even on paper. But yeah, there we have our quilled project, which is on our Try It Tuesday, if you haven't seen it already. And here is the picture so far. Now that this is dry enough, I will go through with some white and finish up those clouds. Turn off that light so it doesn't blind y'all. Thank you. I thought it turned out quite nice for my first time quilling an entire picture, or even pasting anything quilling down. I think Celine did an awesome job teaching me how to do it. And again, I want to say thank you to whoever sent me the quilling kit. It was very, very helpful with not only the paper and all of the tools, but making it all uniform, because you can definitely quill with any old paper that you have around the house, but having a machine cut paper that is the right size, it's a lot easier. You can definitely do it with anything you have in the house, but sometimes getting those papers to the right size can be daunting. Though I did think about it, and if you have a shredder that doesn't cross shred, my shredder cross shreds, so it wouldn't have worked. But if you have a shredder that doesn't cross shred and just straight shreds, like straight lines, you can just put your paper through the shredder and it will make you all sorts of quilling paper. So I'm just going right over top of all of the gray with the white, which will help me blend that gray and white together. Now I activated the gray first because I don't want the white to completely dissolve it and create a murky mess. I want the white to show white in the areas that I have it on. So now we're just going to activate that. I'm going to make sure that my brush is clean. And I know it's on white paper, so it's probably not going to show through very nicely, but it will do what I want it to do in softening the edges, as well as making the rest of the clouds nice and white. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's a tongue twister. Cross shred, cross shred. Yeah, I can maybe get it out once without messing it up. All right, there we have our white. I'm going to do the same thing down here. And as you can probably see, the white has muted down that gray a little bit. So if you look at the gray there and then you look at the gray here, this is much lighter in the areas that I went over with the white. Now, of course, you can do that just by activating your gray and just continually dragging it until it's thin enough that it's the color you want. But I wanted to be able to activate white over top of it and have white shine through on all the rest of the cloud. So yeah, I have a shredder. It's just it cross shreds everything, so it shreds everything into little tiny bits instead of into shreds. All right. Just going to blend that all in, covering my white, leaving a little bit I'm actually going to activate this, and then I'm going to put in a little bit of yellow for that star that's there. And then we're going to put a little bit of yellow on the clouds as well for the moon. But we're going to activate this first. All right. Now we're going to use sun yellow, and we're just going to add a little tiny bit on the edge of the star here. As well as a little bit for the edge of the moon touching it. Not a lot, just a little tiny touch. Yeah, that is an awesome idea. Definitely would fix ink spot or bleach spots, that's for sure. Just grab the color of the garment and off you go. Just make sure you activate it and let it dry completely before throwing it in the washer. Otherwise, you may end up with it being a little bit more than you want. You don't need any more books, yeah. I don't either. I just really like them. Need is such a formative word of it's such a bad word. Need and want. I don't need anything. I want lots of different things. But I'm going to behave and not get any of them. Okay, so the yellow that I used there was sherbet lemon in the star. I'm going to take some of that and move it over here. Just going to take a little bit off of the tip of the pencil. Because I don't want it really, really bright on this one. But I want that color to be there. And we'll come back through with the different colors of glitter and liquid pearls and add that to the stars. I'm just going through with a little tiny bit of this sherbet yellow right off the tip of the pencil with the alcohol marker. Just picking it up and just putting it down in very, very thin, light amount. So the color is there, but it's not really bright, which is what I want. Like so. And then we're going to color this one in using the full pencil, because I want this one to be a little bit brighter than all the rest of those. And I need to make that one a little bit more. I'm just going to put a touch. But this one here I'm going to make a lot brighter. We're also going to put some of this yellow on the moon. Or not the moon, the cloud, I should say. Putting that brightness on the cloud. Again, I'm not going completely into the detail of these things. Is because I'm going to be adding the embellishments to them. All right. And I know it doesn't look the best or very, very prominent in color, but it will once we add those embellishments. These ones here I don't want to be very bright, but I want to have just a touch of that yellow, which is what they have. The little dots I want to be white, so. Now the rest of the sky we're going to leave. I'm going to do that with some black. So we're going to move the book. I'm going to show you I'm going to switch over to the main camera here so that you can see the whole thing together. And there she is completed on this side. Now we've got this side here as well to do. Hello, Jamie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, all the coloring oopses came. I have lots of those. Yep, I like I said, I'm doing my best to behave myself and not buy everything, so or anything for that matter. All right, so now we're going to switch on over to the other side. I'm going to switch you back over to the close-up. And I'm going to move my bits and pieces over so that I can switch this over here. And we're going to work on the cat. Hopefully. All right, so trying to decide. I think I want the cat to be white because it will stand out more against the black sky. So I'm going to color the cat white, and I'm going to color the bow in the same purples that she has on her outfit. And of course we'll do the clouds and the stars and the moon. But I'm going to color the cat white. So we're going to grab 2110 in our Inktense, which is Payne's Gray. It's got a little touch of blue to it. great idea. So the Payne's Gray has a touch of blue in it, which will give it the shadows a little bit more oomph, so to speak, and give a little bit more interest to the fur. I like that rule as well, Jordan. I don't buy a whole lot of books because I do have so many that I haven't colored in. And it makes me feel really guilty when I buy books that I haven't and then not color in them. So I do try really hard not to buy any books until I've colored in ones that I haven't already colored in. Like this one here. This is the first time I've colored in this book. Oh, absolutely. But like I said, this is the first page that I've colored in this book. And I've got I think another one of hers that I haven't colored in, or I've only colored one page in. I really like looking at Hanna Karlzon's work, but I find coloring her work to be challenging for me. I have my brain tries to make things look too realistic. Yeah, Amy is so talented. I'm going to get into these shadow areas here. Brain is just concentrating. Well, you are. You are like that washi tape thing blew my mind. You just make everything so pretty. All right. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over everything with the gray first, do all the shadow areas, activate that, and then go over it with the white so that the gray doesn't blend into the white and the white can be over top of it and calm it down a little bit. I do believe it's exclamation point Amy Ward Art, but I can't remember. Let's see. No. I think I left the E off. I'm pretty sure that I added it to Nightbot, but I may have missed it. Or I may have done it wrong. But Jamie, if you go into Discord as well, in the self-promotion channel, the YouTube promotion channel. Amy's videos are promoted there. Not of her own doing, of mine, because she's talented and everybody should know where she is. Ah, there you go. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Shannon. And hello, Shannon. I've missed you. I'm feeling better. I don't sound like, a foghorn anymore. All right. Not putting too much on the paws here because I want to add a bit of yellow from the moonlight. All right. Not doing too much into the edges as well for the same reason. I want to add some yellow for that moonlight. Like so. All right, now we're going to activate this. Are you not feeling well, Jamie? Did I miss something? Jamie, absolutely. If you need to stay in bed all day, stay in bed all day. Your health is the most important thing. As you were telling me while I was sick. All right, enjoy your walk. Thanks for popping in and hanging out. I appreciate it. Oh. Oh dear. Yes, get some sleep, my dear. I know, easier said than done sometimes, but I hope you get some rest, dear. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry. I forgot your mom's in the hospital. Get some rest. Emotional exhaustion is just as bad as physical exhaustion. And then both of them on top of each other is not good for you at all. Yep, we're gonna have to safety strap Jamie to the bed. And Yana's close enough she can do it, Jamie. Just saying. All right. So there we have our gray cat. Now we're going to add the white. Yes, absolutely. Holidays can be fun, but so tiring. Sharpen this. So then you better get your rest. We know how to make Jamie rest. Threaten her with Yana. It's all done with love, Jamie. It's all done with love. Just saying. I'm sorry that you're feeling dizzy. Good girl. Well done. Jump right on in bed and stay there. So Jamie, it seems you're getting your way because the cat is more of a blue gray than white, but that's fine too. It's actually a really pretty color, so. I'm actually liking the blue gray color of it. I knew it was going to have a little bit of a blue tinge to it from the Payne's Gray, which is what I wanted, but it's actually going a little bit bluer than I wanted it to, but that's okay because it looks cool. So she's a gray kitty. Now we're going to take our cadmium yellow and we're just going to add a bit of yellow from the moonlight on her paws and her backside here and the tips of her tail. The tips of her fur here. Like so. All right, Dawn, well you have a good night. I'm sorry that you're feeling dizzy. I'm going to just put in a bit of that yellow and get those little tips looking like they're glowing with the moon. Hello, Emily. Oh, I'm sorry that you're not feeling well, dear. I hope you feel better soon. Now we're going to go in with the purple tones that we used yesterday. So we're going to use deep rose. And actually, we're going to use thistle. No. Choices. Yeah, no, I'm going to use, I think it's this one. No, that's dusky purple. I don't want dusky purple. Must be on this other side here. Yeah, I'm going to use deep violet first. So this is number 760, deep violet. So on the cat we used Payne's Gray, which is, where did I put it? Number 2110, as well as white, and some cadmium yellow, which is 210. Now we're using deep violet, which is 760. Of course, you can use whatever color you want as well. You don't have to color it the same colors as we are here. But for those of you that are following along, find a deep purple color. And you may have to, if you don't have the deep violet. Any purple will do. Or blue, whatever. All right. Just moving around the edges of the bow here, getting those shadows in there. In those contrasting areas. And this will be the last picture we do for the watercolor. After this picture is finished, on Saturday we will be doing a new drawing for the pencils of the month or week, I should say. And I have all the actual colored pencils in the pot, so whatever comes up, and that's what we'll color with for a week. And then so on and so forth until they're all done. That way each set of pencils has the opportunity to be used because, you know, it's the year to use what you have. Enjoy what is there. Which is difficult sometimes when there's so many other new pretty things out there. Exactly, Amy. I think so. I think it will. All right. And there's that purple. So now we're going to go in with, so this was 760. So let's go in with 720, which is thistle. And we're just going to add that color as well. Nice. Hello, Catherine. I hope you won the tournament. And you're always on time no matter what time you show up. You are perfectly fine. I was actually missing you a little bit because, you know, I was thinking about you yesterday and I didn't see you. So I'm just putting in a layer of the thistle to go with the purple. Now I haven't activated the deep violet because I want to activate them together to blend them together the best way that I can. So we're going to work from light to dark, blending those lighter colors into the dark color. Now, no, you do not need to do that. You can just activate the dark color and then go over top of it with your light color. But I want the dark color to spread into the light color a little bit. Now, I'm not going to add the yellow until after this is activated and dry, because I don't want the yellow to blend into the purple. Wow, Yana. I have so many of them. I am not one to talk. And for the first year that I was coloring, I refused to color in a book. So there's a lot of them that I have colored pictures from, but not in the book. All right, so we're going to start from the lightest area and we're going to work into the dark. And we're going to blend that dark out. And into the light. Like so. You are fine. You build your collection any way you want to. And as big as you want to. You know, there is no collection shaming here. My collection is my collection. It's what I enjoy. So you talk away. I like seeing all your pretty things. The alcohol marker does bleed through. As you can see, it does show through, but once it's dry, you just get a little bit of a shadow. Like, for example, this side here, you get a bit of a shadow. This page here I wasn't too concerned about because I'm not worried about that picture. And the other side of the page here, the artist has, or the manufacturer, the publisher has glued the black page a little bit too close. So exactly. Unless you're publicly showing everybody, and then it's you know, we get to live vicariously through you and your collections. That's why I show mine publicly, because I want to share it. It's no fun keeping it all to myself. Now, I will say that with these lesser expensive alcohol markers, I am finding that the brush nibs do not stand up very well to the paper. It seems to be fraying, like sort of just becoming squishier. I don't know what the best word for that is. It doesn't hold its point the same as it used to. So I might switch to the chisel tip for the moon. But I'm not liking the way that it's affecting the tip, which is making it squish out further. Yes. Nice. Yeah, Bob got a cardboard puzzle model type thing for Christmas. That is just massive that he's taken out of the box to look at it. Was going to put it together, but it's still in pieces on his desk, so I don't know if he's going to put that together anytime soon, but it's really big. I have seen your charisma collection and it makes me drool every time I see it. I want it. And for those of you that don't know, charisma is the ones she's talking about are the old charisma that are the original charisma colors. Unlike the charisma colors that I have that are a remake, Japanese remake of the charisma colors that she's talking about. But I just haven't been able to afford or be able to justify the collection that she has acquired and makes me drool over. All right. I love her charisma collection. It's just so awesome. All right. There we have the kitty all done. Thank you, Alex. Now we're going to do the moon. So we're going to start with cadmium orange, or cadmium yellow, sorry, which is number 210. And just as we did on the other side, we're just going to build in the color and then we'll activate the whole thing, working from our light to our dark. And then we'll do up the clouds and the stars. And we'll see how much time we have left at that point. We're almost at 2 hours, so. Has it really been 2 hours already? My goodness. I didn't realize it was late. We've been so busy trying to get it all done. Might have to leave the clouds and the stars for Finish It Friday. Or Art Therapy Thursday, depending upon what ends up coming along tomorrow. Yes, time flies when you're having a blast. Absolutely. Now we're going in with Sun Yellow. Which is number 200. And we're just going to bring that in to the center of the moon area here. And I'm doing it very loosely. I'm not trying to make it really uniform or anything. Just making sure that I leave enough space for the lighter color to come in where it needs to. All right, and then we're going to go in with the lightest color, which is Sherbet Lemon, which is number 100. So now if you only have the smaller set, which I know Pamela has the small set, use your number 200, which is your Sun Yellow and your Sherbet Yellow, instead of your Cadmium Yellow that you may not have. It's not late, your clock is wrong. I take it you're saying that I should just ignore the clock and continue until I'm done. The only problem with that is I have a hubby that does require food. Otherwise, he does get a little bit hangry. So I do have to actually go and feed him. So awesome, Alex! So activating from the center into the darker areas. Dragging that dark out just a little bit. I don't like using a chisel, it makes squeaky noises. Well, you can still do them. I miss the new prompts. I think I was sleeping. All right, so we're almost done with activating this. Then I think, what's the time? Oh, we've got a little while left. Then we'll do the clouds and we'll see what time it is at that point. He used to live off of Snickers and Coca-Cola. You know, Snickers and Coca-Cola. I'll clarify that. When he was a teenager, that was breakfast, lunch, and dinner sometimes. Alright, almost done with the moon. And we'll let that dry. And then we'll add other shadows and whatnot. First, we're going to do the clouds. So we're going to go in with a neutral gray. Yeah, can't even look at one. Can't even look at a Snickers without gaining 40 pounds and a sick tummy. So just going through with the neutral gray on the shadowy areas. Then we'll activate this and then we'll color in the white. So again, this is 2120. Now you can use any gray that you have. Just try to use one of the darker grays. Yeah, yeah, it is really sweet. Alright, so I'm going to use the brush for this just because it's easier to get into those smaller areas. Push that around a little bit. And then we'll move on up to the other cloud. Let this one dry and then come back with the white. Let it dry and then come back with the yellow. All right. Just making sure I activate all of that gray. And don't leave any little bits unactivated. Because if I do, they'll bleed into the white and make it really, really weird looking. I have to pull this nib and hopefully there's another nib in behind it. So that's what I'm hoping at some point. Again with the neutral gray, which is 2120. Get this part here. Yeah, I used to really, really like butter tarts and things like that, but I have noticed that even making them sugar-free, because I still use a sweetener, that they are really sweet. Even with dry honey for your sweetener, it just comes out so sweet. Used to be able to eat lots and lots of them. Now I can eat maybe one. So just going to activate that gray. It's like a pecan pie, but with I put raisins in it, but you can not put raisins in it. A lot of people just put the base to the pecan pie type thing. It's a butter and sugar and corn syrup type mixture, and you put it into a tart shell and let it cook. It's eggs and sugar and that sort of thing. It's a Canadian thing. It's a Canadian version of a pecan pie, basically, without the pecans. There's one cloud. And then we'll do the next cloud, and then we'll go back and do the white and work our way back up the clouds again. And then I think we're going to call it a day after we get the clouds done. I'll switch it over to the main camera so you can see what we've done so far. I think we've gotten quite far today. A lot further than I thought we would. May be able to get it done tomorrow in Art Therapy Thursday. Which isn't too bad. Yes. Welcome, Tuko. Good to have you with us. All right. So next month's, and I'll go into this more on Saturday. Next month's artists and books is going to be a bit of a easy thing for everybody to color along with, because I'm going to be utilizing some free pages that the artist has given our group in our Facebook group. So if you're a member of our Facebook group, take a look in the artists tab. One of the artists in there is Naomi. And grab some of her pages, because we will be coloring some of her work, as well as a couple of other unknown artists, or not unknown, but not as colored on the YouTube as others, if that makes sense. And we're going to concentrate on a lesser known people, and promote some works of art for them, and give you guys some of those people that you don't get to see very often. Oh no. Yeah, Ronnie, you're not supposed to eat the whole thing. Awesome, you two. You guys are so funny. All right, so now we're going in with the white, and we're just going to cover the whole cloud right over top of that gray, because we are going to blend it in. And it tones down that darker gray, but it doesn't completely wash it out. And then we're just going to activate that white. All right. And then up here. Yeah, Yana, you scared her. She's in her PJs and everybody's gotten in their PJs. They're all sitting there going, Yana's going to come beat our butts. We got to go. Get into our jammies and into bed. I think that's just for Jamie. I'm not in my PJs yet. Guess technically I am because I don't wear any. Wear a t-shirt. All right. Just going over the entire thing with the white. Blending that gray out. Because like I said, I want it to be gray, but I don't want it to be that dark gray. And of course, there is a lighter gray that I can go with, but if I put white over it, it's going to wash that gray right out, and I don't want that. I want it to be still very prominent. Like so. Get this all on there, and then we'll activate it. Yeah, see, there you go. That's exactly it, Della. That's exactly it. All right, now we're going in with our blender. Activate the white and blend it into that gray. Same with this one. And there we have that one as well. Now we've just got the stars to do. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, so we've got a couple of more minutes here, so let's get the stars done. We're about 6 minutes over, but that's okay. I'm going to use this color that I'm just going to fling around. So we're just going to use the sun yellow here in the center of this star, and through this one, and through the center of this one. And we're just going to get that bright color into these larger stars. The smaller ones will use a little bit less yellow. All right, now we're going to wipe this off. And we're just going to spread that yellow. Now, of course, we are going to come through with our stickles and those pretty things and make those nice and pretty and sparkly. So don't worry about whether or not they're just loosely covered, because we will be coming back through. Now I'm just using some of the lemon straight from the lemon sherbet straight from the pen, from the pencil onto the pen for these smaller stars down at the bottom here, and then up here as well. And the stars are all going to have stickles on them, so I'm not worried about whether or not I've covered the whole star or given it enough color, because it will have more color added to it with the stickles. Oh, nice, Amy. Yes, if it's a good deal, you just gotta take the deal. You know, that's like, being offered Caran d'Ache Loomies or something for 20 bucks, You just gotta do it. All right. And I'm just going to leave those out so they dry. And then I'm going to switch you over to the main screen here. I'm going to move all this stuff. Hopefully it won't go all rolling all over the place. All right. And there we have the main part of the picture finished. I'm going to finish the background and the shadowing on this moon tomorrow, and then we will add some stickles and make it all pretty, and then she'll be done. She's almost all done. I just got to put the background on. Same here, Jamie. That is always the way. Or when I'm doing a no-buy. Just saying. Oh, I missed a star up here. Hold on a sec. I missed a star. Let's put some yellow on it. I missed 2 stars. Missed a couple of stars. I got to put some yellow on the clouds still as well, which I will do tomorrow. And of course the background. All right, guys, so that is all done up. Thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. I hope you have enjoyed the use of Inktense in the Witches, the Tales from the Witch's Cottage. I just want to keep calling it the Witch's Cottage, and I know there's something before it. From the Tales of the Witch's Cottage by Hanna Karlzon. Just going to make sure. Yep. Brain just went, meh. And I will be using some different colors in the background to finish that off, as well as some pretty things to make it all pretty. But I will, of course, finish that tomorrow. If I don't finish it tomorrow, I'll finish it on my own and post it on Instagram. With that, I'd like to say thank you all very much for coming. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. Not only does it help us out, but it also helps out the analytics, bringing more people to the channel, letting everybody know who we are and what we do. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye bye for now.